Kia ora, good evening Rotorua. Just ahead tonight on your Tuesday night news bulletin. Charges laid in relation to a 32-year-old homicide. Rotorua Airport announces exciting new developments. And Rotorua International Stadium's grandstand has been renamed. Those stories and more tonight on City News. Bay of Plenty police have arrested and charged a 70-year-old Rotorua man with murder in relation to a 32-year-old Turangi homicide. The man was arrested on Friday afternoon and appeared in Rotorua District Court yesterday. The original incident occurred on Thursday, the 16th of August 1979, when 32-year-old Rodney Tahu was shot on the forecourt of the Turangi service station and died shortly afterwards. The Bay of Plenty Police Field Crime Manager Detective Inspector Mark Loper says the case has been reviewed periodically over the past 32 years, with the file coming to his desk earlier this year. Mr Loper also says Mr Tahu left behind a wife and 2 children who have had to grow up without a father. The arrested man was remanded on bail under strict conditions until January the 9th. Last week, the Rotorua Airport announced that more than 25,000 extra passengers travelled through Rotorua International Airport in the 2010-2011 financial year, compared to the previous period, with a total increase in passenger numbers of 11.66%. During the same period, the airport achieved an increase in revenue of 28.2%, with a total profit in 2011 of $231,000. The financial year results were presented to the shareholders at the airport's annual general meeting. Airport Chief Executive George White says the results cap off a positive year, with the team looking forward to another good year. Last month it was announced that domestic jet services are set to return to Rotorua in the 2012-2013 summer season, linking Rotorua and Queenstown. Business Development Manager Rhys Arrowsmith says it's great news that Air New Zealand will begin the Boeing 737 service next year.
We've got some great news that have just come out. Next year, starting in November, for the seasons from November through to March, we're going to be having the A320 connecting in from Queenstown, Christchurch directly into Rotorua, and that will increase our passenger holding for about 27%. So that's another 1,818 passengers per week coming in for that season. So it's a 27% increase in capacity, which is fantastic, and it gives us the ability to bring large groups through, especially with the Asian connections coming in through Christchurch. We're away.
Rhys Arrowsmith says it's hoped visitors will spend more time in Rotorua and still see more of New Zealand. Rotorua's altitude and the recent wet weather has led to a positive PSA virus result in one of the district's 2 kiwifruit orchards. The 2 orchards are beside Lake Rotoiti and Lake Rotorua, but are not major commercial kiwifruit growers. Both orchards grow the green variety of kiwifruit and are only hobby orchards. The PSA virus sample was tested and shown to be positive, and means the Whakatane priority zone has now been extended to include the Rotorua area. The 2 orchards are now subject to containment, but the contaminated orchard will probably only have a small portion of their vines affected, but it is still upsetting for the owners. PSA virus has also been confirmed in orchards in Tauranga, Katikati, Waihi, Whakatane and Opotiki, with 27% of New Zealand's vines affected in the past 12 months. After 3 years of planning, the Meridian season of the Sleeping Beauty is touring the country and opens in Rotorua tomorrow night. Sleeping Beauty is being promoted as the Royal New Zealand Ballet's grandest production to date and features spectacular sets, sumptuous design and breathtaking classical choreography. Weta Workshop has also created some of the props and masks. Sleeping Beauty is on at the Civic Theatre tomorrow night and Thursday night, and tickets are available through Ticketmaster. In sport tonight, former Rotorua Mayor John Keaney's name is set to make a permanent mark at one of the city's top sports venues. Rotorua International Stadium's grandstand has been renamed the John Keaney Grandstand at an official function at the venue. Mr Keaney passed away in 2009, but his legacy will be honoured through signage at the rear entrance of the grandstand, at the Players' Tunnel and on a plaque in the stadium's corporate lounge. Event Events and Venues General Manager Peter McLeod says he was pleased that the tribute could be made possible at the Rotorua International Stadium, and says it's a nice touch to be able to use the facilities we have to recognise outstanding community service. To your weather now, Rotorua and the surrounding area. Tonight, showers, chance heavy, northerly breezes overnight, a low of 12. Tomorrow Wednesday, fine spells, a few showers also, light winds, a high of 19 and low of 9. Long range for Thursday, fine spells, chance afternoon shower, light winds, a high of 24 and low of 11. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Wednesday, northwest 10 knots dying out at night, waves less than half a metre, a few showers. Still to come tonight on City News, an in-depth interview with Mana Pāti's Annette Sykes. Mark Webb has Bay of Plenty cricket news, and we hear from Rotorua District Councillor Meripeka Raukawa Tate.